Now, apart from a structure that has been dubbed the Eye of the God by some, the structure was formed after a meteor from space impacted Earth. Deserts can be hot or cold, and the Saharan Desert takes the #1 spot as the largest hot desert in the world. Its harsh environment and sand dunes, which goes on for miles, make it one of the most inhospitable places on Earth. But despite this, the Sahara Desert is home to a wide array of animals and vegetation. The desert is also without its secrets and past, and scientists have been able to uncover some of them. The Sahara Desert cuts across many African countries and spans about 3.6 million square miles, which is an area about the size of the United States. The name of the desert comes from the Arabic word ṣaḥrāʻ, which means desert. To the west of the Sahara Desert is the Atlantic Ocean, to the east is the Red Sea, to the north is the Mediterranean Sea, and to the south is the Sahel Savanna. Unlike what you see depicted most times in movies, the Sahara Desert is not entirely made up of sand dune fields. The sand dune fields only covers about 25% of the desert. The Sahara Desert has other topographical features, which include mountains, basins, plateaus, plains, and depressions. The highest point in the Sahara Desert is the Koussi, extinct volcano in Chad. It reaches a height of 11,204 feet above sea level, while the deepest point in the Sahara Desert is the Qattara Depression, found in Northwestern Egypt. The Sahara Desert is also home to a number of plant and animal species. There are about 500 plant species, 1,000 reptilian species, 90 species of birds, 70 mammalian species, and mixed in are numerous species of scorpions, spiders, and insects. Interestingly, the Sahara Desert was not always harsh and dry and filled with miles and miles of emptiness. More than 6,000 years ago, the dunes of the Sahara Desert were covered with green vegetation. There was also increased rainfall, and the dry caverns were transformed into freshwater lakes. Rivers as well were not absent, and the forests of the Sahara were as dense as the ones found in the Amazon. This lush and green Sahara drew animals such as elephants, antelopes, hippos, and wildebeest, which roamed across its plains. Scientists have also hypothesized that during this period, a 500-kilometer-long river once stretched across western Sahara, and it would have been the world's 12th largest drainage basin if it was still around today. So, why exactly was there a green Sahara in the first place, and what caused it to dry up and turn into a wasteland? Well, it was not caused by human factors like bush burning or overgrazing, but rather it was something much more profound. Scientists discovered that roughly every 20,000 years, the Earth's axis undergoes a slight but very important change in orientation. In the last change in orientation that occurred, the tilt lessened from 24.14 degrees off vertical to its present 23.45 degrees. This tilt made the northern hemisphere closest to the sun during the winter, but before this tilt, the northern hemisphere received more summer sunlight. This increase in sunlight also helped to amplify African monsoons, which is a wind shift that takes place seasonally due to the differences in temperature between the land and the ocean. This increased heat over the Sahara then created a low-pressure system that helped to bring moisture from the Atlantic Ocean. The increased moisture then helped to transform the dry and sandy Sahara into the green Sahara. These constant changes in the Earth's axis have seen the Sahara alternate between multiple periods of wet and dry climates over the last few 100 years. Eventually, the green Sahara is bound to reappear, and scientists have projected that this would happen in about 10,000 years from now. But what scientists can't predict is how greenhouse gases will affect this natural climate cycle. Apart from the fact that the Sahara Desert had once been a lush and green region, it was also known to have contained the largest freshwater lake on Earth. This lake, known as MEGACHAD, covered more than 400,000 square kilometers. Scientists believe that it was formed some 250,000 years ago when the Nile River pushed through a low channel near Wadi Tushka and flooded the eastern Sahara. Back then, this lake would have been home to a variety of plant and animal species. Scientists also believe that the abundance of water in the Sahara at the time caused not only animals and plants to thrive in the environment, but humans as well. One of the pointers that humans once settled and lived in the region are the prehistoric rock paintings and engravings that can be found in different parts of the Sahara. Some of these paintings, which show pastoral scenes with abundant animals, date back to the Green Saharan period. These paintings also show that the humans who lived there were not only nomadic hunters, but they practiced animal farming and reared animals such as sheep, cattle, and goats. Scientists believe that these people who lived in the Sahara about 10,000 years ago would have made their settlement along the shores of the rivers and lakes that existed at that time. Findings by the German archaeologist reptilian about history of the human occupation in the Sahara revealed that after 7000 BC, human settlement became well established all over eastern Sahara, and this fostered the development of cattle rearing. But the retreating monsoon rains caused the onset of desiccation of the Egyptian Sahara at 5300 BC, and prehistoric populations were forced to the Nile Valley where rainfall and surface water were still sufficient. The discovery of the ancient MEGACHAD also helped scientists to understand how the Amazon rainforest flourished. This is because the dust from the dried-up lakes plays an important role in the growth of the Amazon rainforest vegetation. Although the Sahara Desert and the Amazon rainforest are thousands of miles apart and separated by the Atlantic Ocean, millions of tons of dust are still carried across the ocean every year and deposited in the forest. This is made possible by the strong transporting winds of the Sahara. These specks of dust, which are rich in phosphorus and other nutrients, replace the soluble nutrients washed away every year through heavy rain in the dense Amazon. According to a report, 22,000 tons of phosphorus from the Sahara is deposited in the Amazon rainforest annually. As of today, the MEGACHAD is only a ghost of its former self and has since dried up, leaving behind Lake Chad, which covers only 137 square miles. Lake Chad crosses the borders of Chad, Niger, Nigeria, and Cameroon, and has been further reduced in size by human activities. Apart from the dried-up remains of a megalake, another mysterious structure found in the Sahara Desert is the Eye of Africa, or the RICHAT structure. On the ground level, the RICHAT structure doesn't look like much, but from space, it looks like a bluish giant bullseye or a large eye. This structure stretches across a 40-kilometer wide region of the desert and can be found in the nation of Mauritania. The RICHAT structure remained undiscovered for a long time due to its location in the Sahara Desert and the extreme weather conditions associated with the region. The RICHAT structure was eventually discovered in the 1960s by Gemini astronauts who used it as a landmark. Later on, additional images of the structure were taken from space to provide information about its size, height, and structure. After its discovery, different opinions about its origin began to come out in the open, with some even saying that it had been formed by aliens. There is also word that the structure might have been the ancient Lake of Atlantis, but there is no evidence to support that. Over the years, excavation of the site has been carried out by archaeologists to study and understand it. Pre-ACHEULEAN tools were found in the sites, and these tools were discovered to have been used by an ancient species of humans. Archaeologists also found rock paintings that dated back to 2,000 years ago, which indicated that modern humans used to live in the area as well. Upon proper and lengthy analysis by geologists, it was discovered that the concentric circles of resistant quartzite rocks which made and formed the RICHAT structure was over 600 million years old. At first, scientists had assumed that the structure was formed after a meteor from space impacted Earth, but findings revealed that the structure was made millions of years ago on Earth. Scientists have an explanation for the formation of the RICHAT structure, and it's that the formation began when the supercontinent PANGAEA began to break up. This process of breaking up began around 175 million years ago. As the PANGAEA slowly pulled apart, magma from deep beneath the Earth pressed up from the separating plates on many parts of the Earth. One of these parts was Africa. The magma then raised and pressed up against the part of Western Africa where the RICHAT structure is found, and as the magma pushed up, it created a circle-shaped dome, which was further acted upon by weathering agents. After years, the dome then wore out and left behind circular ridges, which is the sunken circular shape of the RICHAT structure seen today. Now, apart from a structure that has been dubbed the Eye of the God by some, another amazing discovery made in the Sahara Desert is a small meteorite called the RICHAT 002. Now, meteorites are pieces of asteroids that have fallen off and floated through space before crashing into Earth. Meteors and other rocks in space form the building blocks of the solar system. The RICHAT 002 was named after the site it was discovered in, which is in southern Algeria within the RICHAT Sand Sea. The RICHAT 002 was unlike any meteor that has been previously found by scientists. The rock, which was discovered in 2020, is said to be the oldest volcanic rock as it dates back to more than 4 billion years, which is even older than the Earth. Another thing that set the RICHAT 002 apart was its composition. Most of the rocks discovered on Earth are made up of a kind of volcanic rock called basalt, which is formed after lava rich in magnesium and iron cools. But after analyzing the RICHAT 002, scientists discovered that it contained an abundance of andesite,
which is found in areas on Earth where the planet's tectonic plates have collided and formed different layers on top of each other. Scientists revealed that the RICHAT 002 was a small piece that broke off an asteroid that came from a destroyed protoplanet. It was also revealed that there are no other asteroids that have similar properties as RICHAT 002, and there are doubts that there will be another discovery of a meteorite older than it. Also, scientists believe that RICHAT 002 would have taken at least 100,000 years to cool down and then solidify again. At the moment, scientists are looking at the discovered meteorite to help us understand how the Earth was formed and how it has evolved over the years. In conclusion, there is no telling what wonders lie uncovered in the vastness of the Sahara Desert, but its unforgiving environment discourages proper exploration. That's all I've got for you on this video. Hey you, yeah you, did you like the video? Great, we've got another one for you that we guarantee you'll like, and all you have to do is click on the screen. It's free and without any hidden fees, but you have to click on it fast because this message will self-destruct in 5 seconds.